Hey guys, long time no see. Oh gosh, it's been a while. I don't even know where to start. This is just a very casual video. Follow me on social media. You'll know a lot of probably what I'm about to tell you, but you won't know all the facts until now. So, okay. If you guys saw my video back from February of this year, I'll link it somewhere in here. I had been taken into the ER, rushed by ambulance to emergency. And I had told you guys all about that story and what had happened to me. And while they were doing a scan, because I had complained about abdominal pain, they found something. And I didn't share with you guys yet what it was because I didn't know. This video may be really long, and if it is, I'm just going to talk and just sorry if you can hear the air conditioning unit, and I'm also doing laundry, so that may also be what you hear. After that, and then I had been dealing with a hip situation. You guys know my hip had been really bothering me. I ended up getting this really bad infection and just really going through it. That day in February when they had run the scan on my abdomen, they found an almost 10 centimeter mass tumor on my ovary. And oh God, I'm going to try not to cry because there's no need for me to cry. For those of you who know, my dad passed away from pancreatic cancer. My mom had cervical cancer. She's a survivor. So cancer is a scary word in our family. I've had bouts with cancers, different skin cancers. So yeah, they found an almost 10 centimeter mass in my ovary. And because of the size of it, I mean, it was like the size of, you know, I don't know, whatever you want to think of, like a cantaloupe or whatever, like a baby's head. Or, you know, I was like, you never felt that? You didn't suffer discomfort? I never had. I never felt it. Nothing ever threw any weird signs for me or anything like that. I never have had abnormal periods. I've always been very on time with my periods. I've never missed periods. I've always had very heavy periods and have always had very painful periods. But that's been like ever since I can remember. So ever since getting that scan, any of you who have dealt with health issues and insurance, you know, I was switching over insurances and waiting to get my new insurance. And then once getting my new insurance, I had to go through the process of getting approvals for things and also finding and selecting doctors. And I went through multiple doctors that I felt comfortable with, that I wanted to see. The one thing that I was very adamant about is who I see, because having seen what my dad went through in the hospital and with his care, the difference between being seen and cared for at UCLA as opposed to being seen at other places or other doctors. My dad complained of pain in his abdomen and was so sick and had so many issues and constantly went into the doctors and told them, I don't feel well, something's not right. And they told him he had the stomach flu and kept sending him home. And it wasn't until my dad was completely jaundiced that they were like, oops, something's wrong with you. And that's, I mean, the pancreatic cancer was so far advanced at that point. So I'm very particular about people who I see and people who are knowledgeable and know what they're talking about. And anyhow, so it took a while getting insurance switched over, finding doctors. During that time, having multiple scans, ultrasounds, different things done to see if it had grown. I thought maybe they would just biopsy it. And they were like, no, because of the sheer size of it, we're taking that thing out of you. They feared that it would twist around my organs internally, cause internal bleeding, just cause more damage on the inside of me. They wanted to get it removed. my doctor wanted to have it removed. This is finally deciding on this one doctor who finally I found was a good doctor and that I felt comfortable with. And I had my scheduled surgery, and I had it scheduled for that certain day that I was going to go in and removed and all that. The mask had never given me problems. I hadn't ever felt anything. I had started experiencing really bad back pain, excruciating back pain to the point of I couldn't walk. I couldn't bend over to do anything. I had to completely stop working out. Just bending over, sitting up, excruciating back pain. And I hadn't ever had any pain in my abdominal area either, and I started experiencing pain. And pressing on my stomach, I was experiencing pain. And when that happened, I talked to my doctor, and she told me, you need to go to the ER, because I'm afraid you're either bleeding internally or something else has gone wrong, whatever it could be advancing. You need to get into the ER now. So I went over and I went to the ER, and unfortunately I literally sat at the ER for 12 hours. They did an ultrasound, topically, vaginally, experiencing this excruciating back pain. And I've told you guys before how I'm allergic to Reglan and morphine, and I can't take either one of those medications. And while I was in the ER, they gave me, gosh, I think Oxycontin or something like that. Maybe that's what it's called. I don't know. I don't take meds, so I really don't know. But I think that's what it was, and I just went into complete, like, allergic mode, shock, vomiting, tremors, full on, once again. And we learned that night... I'm very sensitive to narcotics. Like, I basically am allergic to narcotic medication. Like, I can't take heavy pain medication. I'm not one to take Vicodin, or I take Advil. Like, that's what I do. It was horrible at the ER. Like I said, if you follow me on social media, you'll have seen. I was like, here we go again, back in the ER. They ended up sending me home. I said 12 hours later, after my shock and vomiting and shakes and tremors, and sent me home, and they were basically like, okay, well, you have your scheduled surgery. That next day, I called my doctor, my OBGYN, and I told her, you know, I spent 12 hours in the ER. I am still in a lot of pain. Don't know what to do. And I said, when I press on my abdomen, I have a lot of pain. And I just started to cry because she knows, like, I have a very high tolerance for pain. I'm not a hypochondriac. Like, I'm the first one. If I don't feel well, I kind of keep it to myself. I suffer silently. I'm kind of one of those people. I was not feeling well, and I knew my body, and something wasn't right. She was like, we may just need to take you into surgery. She told me, you need to go to the emergency room, check in, and I will be the doctor on call there, and we're going to take you into emergency surgery today. And I'm like, what? Huh? So I drove to the ER. My sister, God bless my sister, she sat with me for 12 hours the day before at the ER, and I stayed the night at my mom's house. I had to bring Digger, my dog, because I couldn't take care of him. Physically, I couldn't bend over to feed him. I couldn't pick anything up. I was in such excruciating pain. So I was at my mom's house, and they were helping to take care of me and helping to take care of Digger. I mean, he's a 105-pound dog. He's like literally, I weigh like 10 pounds more than he does. So it's a little hard to deal with. Anyhow, so my sister drove me to the ER and got checked in. My doctor came in, and next thing I know, within 10 minutes, they're coming in saying, we're taking you up right now. And I'm like, what? Like, I had no time to prepare. It was just like, next thing I know, I'm going into surgery. And I'm like, huh? They're like, yeah, we need to take you into emergency surgery now. I guess it's a good thing. I almost now look back at it almost like a blessing in disguise, because had I had to prepare for it and sleep on it, and it probably would have been a lot more like mental But the fact that I really had no time to prepare, I think it was just like, you're going into surgery. I was trying to be very strong, and like I said, my sister was there, but it was just weird, you know, I didn't have my fiance there, I didn't have my mom there. I mean, thank God my sister was there. She's like my best friend, and thank God she was there. And it was really strange. This makes me very emotional. The hospital I was in was the hospital my dad died in. It was a hospital he went into and never came out of. It was a hospital my mom, sister, and I lived at for the last weeks of his life, and stood over his bed and as he passed away. So that was hard too. So here I am in the emergency room, and, you know, ER going into this. It was just an awkward, weird thing, you know? Anyhow, okay. So I went into surgery, and, you know, she had to talk to me and tell me basically, you know, we're going to go in there and see what it is and remove it. And worst case scenario, we may have to, you know, basically just throwing it all out there to me. We don't know what we're going to deal with until we get in there. But if we do get in there and we see that it's wrapped around something, we may have to remove both your ovaries. We may have to remove one ovary and your fallopian tubes. And, you know, also discuss anytime you go under, there's also the chance of death and you don't come out. I mean, a lot of people passed away from just anesthesia alone, you know, from going under. So there's always a risk when you go under. But it was so strange because I had such a very strange peace about it. Even though, like I said, it was weird being at this hospital that my dad had passed away in, I still had this strange peace about things. I don't know. I've told you guys before, I believe in God. It's a personal relationship. That's where I am. That's my thing. He got me through this. I came out of surgery and I felt very nauseated, but I didn't throw up. A lot of retching, and I was very just shaky, and as you always are usually after surgery. I was very nauseated. They hooked me up to oxygen just because I was shaky and a little. I only remember this because of what was told to me the next day, and by my mom and sister, and later on waking up in my hospital room and my mom and sister being there, and I guess I was real drugged up. I was doing funny things. It would have been funny if my sister would have taped. I was like giving everybody a thumbs up and making everything into a song, I guess. I was singing things and making everything she said, I guess, into a song. I don't know. I even talked to my fiance on the phone. Like I said, he was off on tour in was he in a different country? I don't remember if he was in a different country or different state. He was somewhere. He always misses all the fun. He actually would have been home for my scheduled surgery, but was not feeling well. And mind you, the whole narcotics thing, not being able to take heavy pain medication. I can't take the heavy stuff. It's like, oh, I was on Tylenol. Whatever they gave me right after surgery intravenously was, I don't know what it was, but then from that point on, I couldn't do morphine. But, you know, they were like, morphine, Oxycontin, or whatever the big ones are, Vicodin, I don't know, Percocet. Nope. They usually have you on like a narcotic of some kind, and the nurse was coming in to give me Tylenol after having surgery. Basically, the next day the doctor came in, and she came in with pictures, and they removed the mass, and it was basically wrapped around my right ovary. She was like, we couldn't even see your ovary. It was so like entangled and wrapped around it. They had to remove my right ovary and my fallopian tube, and yeah. I was glad to have that thing out of me, literally. And she says while they were in there that she saw some spotting of endometriosis. And I guess she removed as much as she could. There was some endometriosis there, and she removed, I guess, the most of it. But yeah, she had to remove my ovary and the fallopian tube. I still have my left ovary. And they sent the mass out for a biopsy. And that was excruciating waiting for. Excruciating. I kept calling her office to ask for the results, and they had come in, but the girl wouldn't give the results to me over the phone, which was just like a dagger in my stomach, just like, that's not good. It very well could be ovarian cancer, or a cancerous tumor, because it was this mass, huge mass, and the cancer could have spread, and then the possibility of ovarian cancer. And that's why it was scary, because of the back pain and the abdominal pain that I was experiencing, and also having some nausea. Those are all signs of ovarian cancer. That was frightening. Really, really frightening. Let me change. This is really dark. Hold on. So I went into her office, and by the grace of God, it was clear. I have sat with the fear of that thing inside of me. What it could be. Just the thoughts that would go through my head. But it put so many things into perspective. Huh. Wow. And things that matter and things that don't matter. I would sit there and be on social media and look at things and see the things that people would talk about, or all these materialistic things and things that were so not important. And I was just like, wow. It really puts things in perspective. I'm clear of it, and thank you, Jesus. Like I said, I kind of feel like this is like just like a personal vlog, just talking. It'd be like if I had a friend sitting here and I was just talking to them about it. It's been hard and weird. The healing process has been very slow for me because of only taking Tylenol. My doctor finally approved me to be able to take Advil. So I've been taking 600 to 800 milligrams of Advil. That doesn't make it a very comfortable time. And then also, we're pretty much all girls here. And then because I didn't know, having one ovary, like, am I going to have periods anymore? Like, am I only going to have a few periods? Like, she was like, no, you should have a period. I mean, you may skip one because of the, the trauma to your body and everything. Your periods may be irregular for a while, or we kind of need to see how your body reacts because, with the endometriosis and everything. Unfortunately, having scheduled the surgery like I did, I would have been over my period and not having had a period for a little while after that. So it was like perfect timing, but because I had that emergency surgery, like I'm on my period right now. And I started 3 days early. Honest, I was kind of hoping that I was going to skip a period. I was like really kind of hoping, because I'm like, I can't imagine having to bleed, and that just... Like I said, TMI, if you're offended, sorry, turn it off. I'm going to talk about periods right now. But it's been kind of traumatic, because you just had that whole area cut into and cut off and re-sewn back together. That probably sounds so weird, but it almost feels traumatic, because I just had the surgery and then now I'm bleeding from that area. It's like, it almost makes you feel like something's wrong. It's not right, Oh, and it's been such a painful period. Such a painful period. Oh my gosh, has it been painful? Because not only am I just still healing in that area, but now on top of it with the cramps, and I honestly thought just having one ovary, like my cramps would be as bad or something. I don't know, but it's been a bad period. So not only, like I said, am I dealing with the healing process still, but I'm now dealing with this period. Doctor said if I have my period, it's on time pretty much like this. That's a really good sign. I'm like, okay. Unfortunately, I'm still dealing with back pain, but my doctor has scheduled an MRI for my back to see what's going on with that because I do still have some back issues. And I don't know why. I haven't worked out, so it's not like I never had any injuries to my back, but now all of a sudden I'm still dealing with some pain in my back and discomfort, and haven't worked out, haven't been able to work out. You guys know, because if you follow me, you know that's a mind freak out for me because it just is. I can't work out for a while or do any like abdominal stuff. I can walk. And if you guys follow me on social media, you'll have seen me going on some walks. I'm slow, but I'm walking. Said no abdominal work. I can't really suck in or anything. I have a lot of bloating in my abdomen still. I have the 2 incisions on either side of my stomach and then in my belly button as well. I really want to get back into making videos. You guys will be able to have seen from February, from when I was initially taken into the hospital to the ER, and then when I made that video of where I've been, because I was so sick. I had dealt with, like I said, the potassium. Then I ended up getting sick with that flu and chest cold and all that, and then the hip thing. It's just been one thing after another, girl. There was a huge lull and lack in videos. I just was not in the right headspace. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't want this to be a pull out the violin because my goodness, could things be worse? I've lost friends and people I know and are dealing with currently battling, and things could be worse. This isn't a feel sorry for me, pity me video. This is just catching you guys up on where I've been and just kind of being open and honest about my feelings. I'm grateful. I'm so thankful. So thankful. I don't take that for granted. I don't take any of this for granted. The moment I wake up and my eyes open and my feet hit that ground, I just thank God. So, why am I so emotional? I'm on my period. That's why. Jeez. Anyway, so I really want to start making videos again and get back into things. I have things to show you guys and share. I really want to start getting back into what I eat in a day videos, favorites videos, more story. You guys really like my story time videos. You guys still want to know about my car accident and the time my mom and I were robbed and mugged. And I was talking to my girlfriend, one of my best friends, Natalie. We met through YouTube, but we're best friends and life now, and just how, you know, YouTube is such a different place now, such a different place. And when it started, it was such a small community. I mean, I started my channel in 2009, yeah, and that was my old channel that no longer I don't have anymore. It's just changed so much. It's so saturated. Sometimes it's like everything's about professional lighting and 1080e HP triple D quality camera and, you know, like ring lights and special everything. And it's like, I miss the days of YouTube where people were just sitting in their bedrooms and just like chatting, like you're talking to a friend. But now it's like so professional. I'm sure if you've been following me, you know I've never been the professional YouTuber. But I love just sitting like this and just talking to you guys. Because I miss you guys. When I don't talk to you, I love interacting with you guys on social media. All my social media links will be down below. I love talking to you guys on there. When you guys write me, when I was going through all of that, I was going into emergency surgery, I was so overwhelmed by the prayers and the love that you guys were sending me and the well wishes and good thoughts. And I mean, it put such a smile on my face. That next day after surgery, I was laying in my hospital room and got on my phone and I was posting different things from my hospital bed, and You guys are just constantly writing me and praying for me and lifting me up, and I can't tell you how much you guys mean to me. Some of you have been with me since the beginning, like since my old channel, you guys have been here. I love that closeness. You know, obviously I have a very small channel and I've always have. Fun, chill, talk to you guys. You guys know I've always been very real. I keep it very real here. I only share products with you guys that I genuinely like and use. Through this whole time not making videos, I still get emails from companies all the time wanting to throw me products and send me products and, hey, do this video, and I'm like, I don't use that, I won't use that, that contains this, I won't use. And it's like, if I'm showing it to you on here, I'm using it, I'm liking it, regardless if it's sponsored, regardless if it was sent to me for free. If I'm showing it to you, it's because I genuinely like it and use it. You guys know that's how I've always been here. What else is going on? I was supposed to be in Greece. This weekend, Saturday. I was supposed to Athens, Mykonos. We were going to go to 4 places. Athens, Mykonos, and the other islands. I don't remember offhand now. That's one that's on my bucket list. Greece has always been somewhere I've always wanted to go. I can't. There's no way. I'm still recovering and healing, and I'm not going to put my body through that. Traveling is a passion. I love to travel. Traveling is something I love. It truly fills my heart. It may happen in December. My fiance and I have talked about it. We may do that, or maybe just go somewhere else. Greece is definitely going to happen at some point. Let me know in the comments down below what kind of videos you guys want to see. Story time videos, get ready with me videos. Let me know what you guys want to see from me. Yeah, I definitely need to do more what I eat in a day videos, because I've had so many of you guys write me on social media, I start eating a certain way because of you, can you please? And I feel so bad, like I feel like I've so let you guys down, and I'm so sorry. Get myself back on the ball. Like I said, you guys know I've suffered with many eating disorders, and I have a mental issue still, and with food, and in my mind, I'm like, girl, eat, and since I can't work out, I don't want it to get to the point where I've gained weight, and it's a mental struggle. But what's most important right now is my health and me. Just heal. I need to heal. Get that back checked out, see what's going on with my back. So frustrating. Thank you guys again for your love, support, and prayers. I can't tell you how much it means to me. And that you guys are still here, and that you're still watching me when there's a bazillion, trillion, million channels with 1080 EHP, triple HX2YZ clarity, and ring lights, and box lights, and all that, and you're sitting here watching me in my side room in front of my fuzzy camera that looks like I have a filter on it, and I don't. It's just the lens has dust in it. I need a new lens. Somebody's like, it looks like you filter your videos. I'm like, no, I wish I could. I don't. My lens has dust, and permanent finger marks. I've tried cleaning it many times, but for some reason it gives it this kind of fuzzy thing. I literally upload it in 1080, and once it goes from 1080 from iMovie to YouTube, it goes into 720, and the 720 HD, this is what you see. I know, I need a new lens. I need to do that. Anyways, to catch you guys up on my new eating, my new way of eating. Up until this happened with the surgery, I had lost 7 to 8 pounds. About 7 pounds. I was like, oh my god, like it happened, because I had put on some weight, but I had switched up my eating and started doing things differently, and 7 pounds came off. I was like, girl, this is amazing, because when you've been battling weight your whole life, and your obesity runs in your family, it's kind of like working against your body chemistry or whatever it is, it's hard to lose weight. I also, it's up for debate. Some people say it's real, some people it's not, but I have been diagnosed with metabolic damage. So I have metabolic damage, which also too makes it very hard for me to lose weight. But I had lost 7 pounds, girl, and I was so proud of myself. So I can share with you guys also in a video about that and what I've been doing differently. Maybe a wedding planning going on soon. My fiance and I have been finally talking about it. I mean, we'll just be engaged forever and not actually get married because that's just how we are. We've been together for so long. But we've been talking more about the planning process. Just freaks me out so badly. It just makes me very stressed. And it's like, especially going through what I just went through, I'm like, the last thing I need is a whole lot of stress. This is all my real hair. Can you believe how long? My hair is still very fine and thin. So long. Like, it's crazy. Oh, that's going to be in my favorites video. I want to share with you guys what I had been using. I mean, yes, it was sent to me, but I've been using it, and girl, it's working because my hair has grown. Anyways, I'm rambling at this point. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being so supportive and so kind. Again, you guys are amazing. I love you guys so much. Please be kind to each other. Always. Always. You never know what somebody is dealing with. You never know. You never know. So please be kind to each other always. And I will see you in another video soon. Bye.